welcome to another Game All Night Game Time. Tonight, I am going to be joined by those lovable characters from Twist TV. I have Matthew over there.
That's me.
This is well rehearsed, people. It's all good. It's all good. I have Ann in the middle, and then we have Josh as well. We've been drinking for like the last hour, trying to lubricate ourselves and get us ready to play something fun. So, Dan, what are we playing tonight?
All right, we're going to play us some Pitchstorm here from Skybound Games.
Oh, look at that. That's fancy.
So that's designed by Ben Kepner and brought to us by Skybound, who have been super cooperative for helping us out with this one. So what we're going to be doing today is each of you in turn will be making pitches for a film that you would like to see produced, and I am going to be the executive producer who's going to be making a decision about whose movie is actually going to get made. Now you're going to, each movie is going to come from a character card and a plot card, and the combination of those two is the movie you've got to pitch. Now, the executive producer has the power that, while hearing these obviously compelling game ideas, is able to make them even more horrible by contributing throwing notes to the potential director in the middle of it that you have to then incorporate into your pitch. Okay, at that point, I'll pause the timer, throw you guys a note, and then you have to work that in there. And then at the end of each round, I'll pick whose pitch was most compelling, and we'll do it again.
Wow, that sounds pretty straightforward. So, on the plus side, I think we also have a few copies of this game that we're going to be giving away. Thanks to yeah, I know. I was pretty excited. James Hudson, who now Druid City Games is now part of Skybound, hooked us up and gave us a couple copies to give away for the unlucky viewers who watch the show and win. So, they get a chance to win, and it's pretty simple. All I make you do is just put a comment or use the hashtag that I'll put up down below on one of these corners. You'll see it, and just talk about the show. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me I should dye my hair purple. I don't care.
That's a good choice.
I hear it's popular. So, although it's too short, it's not a lot to work with here. But we'll see what happens.
You could just do the goatee.
Just get purple extensions.
There you go.
Make things real weird. James Hudson and the folks over at Skybound Entertainment are absolutely fantastic. So I think it's phenomenal that they've been able to give you guys giveaway copies, and your audience should definitely get in on that. Pitchstorm's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have so much analysis paralysis.
And that's fine. That's fine.
No, it absolutely is not fine, because I have my 45-second timer set up right here just off camera, so that is how long you will have to make your pitch. So
I think you'll have enough. You'll give us enough time to at least read cards.
Before I hit the button, I will let you. So here's what's going to happen. Let's get ready for the first round. Everyone now, you've got a character deck and a plot deck, each of which forms about one half of each pitch. So what I need each person to do is make a decision, pick one of those two decks, and draw 3 cards from that deck and that deck only.
But there's so many. I'm just kidding.
If I have to time this part, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, right.
You can do it.
Are we allowed to look at the cards?
Yes.
Feel free. So
Okay.
What's going to happen on your turn? You're going to draw a single card from the other deck, and I will give you a few seconds there to read that card, decide which of your 3 that you're going to pair it up with to form the basis of your pitch.
And since we can't see said cards, you're going to have to announce what they both are. And then once you're done that, then you start your timer and away we go. Make sense?
It's golden.
All right.
Shall we start in-house here with Chris, or you guys feel comfortable with the concept already and I can go straight to math?
Yeah, I want to see your flop so I know just how far I gotta go.
Set the bar for us, Chris.
Don't worry. If you watch the show at all, Dan doesn't like me, and he never chooses me. I'm like the fat kid in softball, but it's okay. It's okay.
Look, buddy, if you can dodge a wrench.
Oh,
You've made it harder, by the way,
Oh.
because really at this point,
R.I.P. Rip Torn. Oh,
Oh, yeah. He died like today.
like yesterday.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
For
I mean, like,
reals.
Aaron, he died like
A week ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
a while
definitely
ago.
been enough time.
Oh.
Don't shame me. You're
Too soon.
so you have made it harder on yourself, Chris, because now you have only like 25% here. Like, it's not you versus a single guest. It's three
It's me versus
one.
3.
It's an army.
It is.
It's a one versus many.
I think Chris Henderson is going to have an easy time doing the math on this one. Just saying. I have a lovely viewer who tabulates all my losses in great detail on the channel.
lovely.
Uh,
Chris,
it's-
I commend your efforts.
he's awesome. I actually got to meet him at Origins. Gave us a nice bottle of wine. We're gonna probably break out next week, and yeah. So. I got to keep him in business by not winning. Have I stalled long enough? I'm trying.
Are you ready to draw your? So what cards did you pick from to start here?
I picked a character card,
All right, so you're going to draw a single plot card right now.
so I'm gonna draw a single plot card. So
I like Dan's face. He's so ready.
yes, he is.
I'm ready to judge.
You can see the judgment.
All right, so I think I kind of need to know your audience a little bit because I have choices that could actually be realistic, or do you go for the funny? And I think I'm going to go for the funny.
I'm gonna give nothing away.
Sounds like a good choice.
So my character is a controversial small-town football coach pilots a giant robot to save the world from monsters. All right, so
Movie already.
yeah, this movie writes itself. So this small town coach, let's call him Rudy because I think that's we kind of want to come from behind. Basically finds a giant robot when he's out looking for one of the kids who ran off crying because sports ball's hard, and he finds the robot and it wakes up because there's aliens coming because it's sent here to protect Earth. So he hops in the head and he starts to ride the thing
I'm
around.
going to hold you right there because I like where you're going, but let's do the whole thing without dialogue. That'd be artsy.
Artsy. So we're going to go with a black and the white comic book sketch. And it's going to be just kind of all hand drawn and kind of like Aha, Take on Me. And it's going to be, he's going to feel real sad at the end because the robot dies. And it's going to be called Take on We.
Well, that's all the time I have for today. So I thank you very much for everything you've got to offer here, but we're going to have to move you right along.
Oh.
What
See,
was the-
I told you he doesn't like
What was
me.
the potential title there at the end?
Take on We.
Squeeze that in right before the deadline. I like it. We're house ruling this puppy because I'm just going to draw enough note cards to cover everyone. So. You guys, you're
I
in for it.
sent them note cards too. So just so you know, you may have to play along, Dan.
I have no idea.
Bum, bum, bum.
All right.
How the bar table has turned, my friend.
So the turn order here is just going to be going in what is strictly a clockwise direction from my point of view, which will result in Matthew being next here.
I get last bitch.
It's our.
I get last bitch.
You said it again.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Oh my god.
All right, so I chose from the character card stack, so I've got some interesting characters in front of me.
Yeah.
Now
So,
we're gonna draw
I-
a single plot.
I can.
Does he choose a character first, or he gets to choose it after?
That would be.
He gets to choose it after.
Yep.
He can
Okay.
try to make the pair he thinks is most appropriate.
Oh, I was just gonna play a plot and just go with it.
With
All
no
right.
character?
Like whatever character came up
Oh.
was gonna be it.
So
Do it.
my
I
character
like the boldness.
old new cut. See if
See
it pays off.
We will.
So my character here is a family of cannibal hillbillies,
All right.
That's so
and
nice.
my plot is
Your extended family. Okay.
flees from a tribe of cannibals.
How did you get that?
And go.
So setting the scene here, we are in rural Alabama, and there is a
God rural Alabama.
family of cannibals who are all very closely related to each other, if you catch my drift. But they're in this Romeo and Juliet setting here. So there is a forbidden love between a couple of cousins there that just happen to be cannibals with each other. So they meet one day, MEAT, when they are foraging. I guess it wouldn't be foraging, be hunting for some meat for some of these Alabama locals, and particularly they're preying on their non-family.
I'm going to hold you right there because we have some marketing needs that we have to do. Our research lately indicates that space is really popular, so I like where you're going, but let's set this on the moon.
Yes.
All right, so
How you gonna get Hillbilly the Moon?
this is Alabama on the moon.
Hillbilly Moon.
In 1972, they shipped the entire state of Alabama to the moon because of the lack of resources. They were forced to become cannibals.
That's you getting cut off.
That makes sense, but yes, I'm afraid my receptionist will see you out, and then
Wait, what's the title? Come on.
The title is I'm blanking right now. The moon is made of spare ribs.
That's your Harry Carey callback.
Exactly.
The man in the moon is slowly getting eaten. Very nice. Very nice.
All right.
So where's your confidence level sitting here, Anne? We've heard some doozies so far. All right.
Matt's really good at this kind
what
of
did
stuff.
You pick? Plot or a character?
So I picked plot,
Okay.
and now I have to pick character. Matt's really hard to follow up in these games. All right.
You thought Alabama getting shipped off to the moon
That's not your best.
becoming cannibals?
You didn't set a very
I
high
see the
bar.
whole state flying. Are they like going like "Go Bama" as they go to the moon?
Roll Tide.
Hey, you gotta be careful. That's James Hudson's school, man. Don't diss the HUD.
I was just in Evergreen, Alabama, middle of nowhere this weekend. Let me talk to you about Red Plate Dirt. Okay, so now I pull. Do I have a timer after I look at the character card? When does my timer start?
After
Once you
read it.
say what the two pieces are,
Okay.
the timer will begin.
No, see, Chris is mistaken. It's whenever I hit this button right there.
I'm trying to buy her some time, Dan.
So hopefully you have read the card to the rest of us by then, but whatever.
Whatever. Okay, so I have a group of friends on their last night before they all leave for college. Attempts a desperate escape from SeaWorld.
Okay.
Josh is getting eaten.
So, everybody likes the 90s. Everything's coming back from the 90s, and I feel like there's not enough of like scary movie,
Okay.
right? So, of course, this is a campy teen movie. All our friends are having their, last night before college. It's high school. Everybody's partying. They're at SeaWorld, and all of a sudden the park closes. Right? Everybody's leaving. They're drunk. Because that's what you do when you go to SeaWorld. You go see Shamu and you drink. And they haven't realized that everybody's left. They think it would be real funny to go in Shamu's thing. Yeah, thank you. So, but what they don't know is that Shamu is a were-Shamu. So at night...
Wow, you didn't even get a plot twist.
Hold on. We'll pause it there because we need to hear. We need to hear what does the killer shark become that is even more. The killer whale. I'm sorry. What does the killer whale become that is even more intimidating, dangerous in the water?
You gotta find. That's the secret. All you picture the ad. It's really you see the shadows. It's the shadows.
Is the poster like the Animorph thing of a whale turned into something else? Really want to bring that 90s back, right?
Yeah.
And it's holographic, so as you move, it shimmers.
Lenticular.
I think you could sell the game to Bezier if you were ever interested, because they make everything wear. So.
One night where Shamu.
Okay, one night where Shamu needs to happen at PAX.
Someone start that on Twitter, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, the producer's note that definitely was not getting played in this one was let's have more sharks because really would not have modified your pitch in any form.
Save that one. That's a good one.
Nope, it's been played. All right, moving on.
So
Okay.
I grabbed plot cards, so I'm going to grab a character card. All right. So I'm still going with the plot I picked, which means I need to draw another character card because this plot gets two characters.
Oh.
It's a fancy one.
Oh, fancy.
Ooh. I like where this is headed.
All right,
In
I
a
got the
ruleless, anarchic
adorable
direction.
kitten.
The world's most adorable kitten.
Adorable kitten is stranded on a lifeboat with a crocodile hunter who knows nothing about the big city.
Fire away.
All right, so we got a crocodile hunter, Jim Bean. I don't know. I can't think of a name. And he's got this adorable kitten. He named Puss because he's not good at names. He's a small little way back
country.
No, outback.
Outback.
He's from the outback. He's
Down
he's
under.
Australian. And he is stranded in the middle of the ocean with this adorable kitten, and he's trying to fish. It's basically the pie of life, but with a kitten and a crocodile. And there's no crocs. He's trying to learn how to hunt fish.
All right, let's hold it right there because, you know, what I'm feeling is that there's not enough of a crisis here. There's no antagonist here. So
Okay.
I think it needs more aliens, but not like dumb aliens. Cool aliens, you know?
Cool aliens, like.
You know.
So he's on this boat trying to get some fish to feed this adorable kitten because he doesn't want the kitten to die. And he pulls out an alien. He fishes an alien spaceship, and they get sucked into it. And it's basically Captain Marvel, the second half of the movie, with like the kitten and the guy going through a spaceship. We have to repitch Captain Marvel now because just make it
So
better.
it's not really a
with
cat. It's a flirkin.
maybe.
Okay. All right.
Oh, timer did go out. I'm done. That's all.
I got to know the name though.
Um,
I think this is an important
Puss in
part.
Space.
But you're not in space. Matt was in
Doesn't
space.
matter. Puss in Space.
Eventually, they.
Well, I mean, aliens come from space, right?
Oh, that was a stretch.
All right. Let's see here.
You can't see here, but Josh's dad is visiting, and he has come from the other side of the house just to give his son a look.
Oh, the shame. Feel the shame.
The chain bell.
He's proud that you've come so far.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, "What do you do again?"
Make a fool of myself on the internet. That's what I do.
All right, so we've got our softball coach. We've got our
Sports ball coach.
Sports ball coach.
Sports ball. You all right?
all right. It's hard to recall already. Before the Where Shamu, there was.
It was the
Alabama
black and white
beat
take on Wii.
That's right. You got to get your title back in there.
Gotta
I
get
like
that title.
we were- but before that, remind me again, Matthew.
Oh yeah, so I had Alabama was deported.
Oh, that's
to the
right.
moon, and
That's right.
the
The cannibal
hillbilly
on
cannibals
cannibal.
with a little bit of Romeo and Juliet love story in the background as well.
Yeah. And then
Too
we
hard.
had our group of college friends try to escape a were orca, and then we had the adorable kitten and our crocodile hunter. And
Fighting
the
aliens.
Wait, where
They were fighting.
They were not fighting. All you got to was there was an alien spaceship.
Oh,
in the
I just said
water.
it was Captain Marvel, so I was just like,
Captain
And-
Marvel was a big hit, by the way.
and
So
we
that made a lot of
marvel
money.
out.
That's where we're going there. So I fear
Look at that,
that
John.
through possibly having an advantage in knowing his audience, that Chris was able to work in both a reference to AHA and then turn it into to the title to make it work. So I think we're going to give this round to our host.
Iron
Chris
Giant
Worktail.
takes on,
Oh,
Sunday Night
yeah.
Fever. So
Yeah.
Are you going
Round
to sing "Aha" as a victory lap?
I should. My favorite version is when, again, calling out the Family Guy when Chris gets sucked into the video. I think is hysterical. It's like one of the best pieces of
was I?
cartooning everywhere.
Sing this one.
Yeah, he's in the grocery store and he's getting a thing of milk and he gets sucked into the AHA video.
I know what I'm
And
doing later.
it's like picture perfect. It's amazing. I was going to work in a Spider Pig reference earlier, you know, because I kind of felt like, you know, when you combine the forces of evil, that's what Spider Pig did. All right, Dan, who's first next?
Well, I think one thing
Well,
we're going
we
to do,
need-
we're going to make a modification for the second round. I feel like your creativity was really curtailed here by the tight time limit. So we're going to expand, I think, our timer a little bit. Give you
Ooh.
guys a little more space to work.
All right, and
You
we
want-
discard all of our cards and draw a new set, whatever you'd like.
Throw those 3 away.
All right.
Pick 3 from either deck.
Okay.
All right, I won 3 plots this time.
Sure.
You can hand me those.
Ham them to you.
Ham them to me, yes. Oh boy, this is going to be great.
Outstanding.
All right, everyone's got some cards?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we are completely arbitrarily going to start this round off with Anne. If you are ready to go, what deck did you start with here?
So I started with the plot deck.
Okay, so go
Yes.
ahead and draw us a single character.
Okay, so a magical nanny for a wealthy family teaches poor kids to read.
And go.
So we start our scene with a nanny who is in a castle for a princess. The princess just wants to have a normal life. And, you know, the nanny, being her very best friend, has to figure out a way to get this girl to have a normal life. So what they do is they move into the inner city of New York, and the nanny decides to take a job tutoring inner city children. And she brings the princess with her. And it is a heart-wrenching story a la, the Coolio movie. Come on, Gangster's
The
Paradise?
Coolio movie.
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name.
Maybe. Where the nanny is teaching these poor kids to read, and this princess is learning how to, be amongst normal people.
So it's a promising start, but we have a real hole right now in our summer blockbuster lineup. So what I think we need there is, what if we add about 100 assassins trying to kill our main
Oh my
character?
god, you've made my pitch so much better. So what happens is, there's a lot of inner city. Unfortunately, the inner cities are subject to crime, and the triad is very prevalent in this particular area. So there's the princess, and then of course there's the smart kid who's trying to beat the odds of poverty and do well. So he's staying late with the tutor, and they're, it's like 10 o'clock, real late. They go to leave, and as they're in the parking lot, all of a sudden, out of the trees come triad ninjas.
I just picture Fran Drescher going, "Why, get back!"
They need to kidnap the princess and take her for ransom.
Oh my god.
So on that
Yeah.
Fran Drescher note, I think a highly opposite question I ought to be asking here is who you see cast as your main character, as a matter of fact.
Mm.
As my nanny, it's Nanny McPhee. Well, is it Fran Drescher or is it, what's her name, Nanny McPhee?
You mean Mary Poppins?
No, not Mary Poppins. Who's the nanny that, she's really unattractive, and then as the story goes on, she ends up
I
being
think
a
Scarlett
beautiful nanny?
Johansson needs to
Scarjo?
be that nanny. Go
We
all
could do
Red
that.
Sonja on her.
What about Bat Thor?
Yes.
Man Bat.
Actually, no. Who's the guy?
Oh, that was really descriptive. Thanks, man.
We're gonna start a
The
revolution.
detective from.
Oh, Korg?
Yes. Korg is the nanny.
So
Oh,
Taika Waititi is your nanny teaching.
Boy, I think I'm gonna
what
do
magical
this.
power does your nanny have? Because it said it was a magical nanny.
There you go.
Oh, that's a good
You
point.
never gave them powers.
Putting up with your nonsense. That seems like a
Fine.
magical.
all right. We've got a whole lot of people outside this office, so we're gonna need to move you right along, and we're gonna need to get to
That
Josh.
doesn't bode well.
We're gonna need to get to Josh.
All right. We got. I picked plot cards again because I like to find a good plot. So we have a priest suffering a crisis of faith. He goes back in time to kill Hitler.
That's a good. You got a
All
good
right.
story. What are you gonna do with it?
Fire away.
So we're gonna get Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
Done.
I'm
in.
on board.
He's a priest. His wife just died. He's losing his faith, and he's blaming the Nazis for it.
Married
He
priest.
ties himself. He goes down in his basement. And he builds a time machine, and decides, since his wife died by Nazis, he's gonna go back in time and kill Hitler.
Is Hitler played by Keanu Reeves?
No, you
Oh,
can't kill Keanu
Constantine?
Reeves. No. it's gonna be Bruce Willis. We're gonna go Bruce
Kill
Willis
Bruce
for this.
Willis
Yeah, he's
either.
gonna kill Bruce Willis as Hitler.
Nicolas Cage versus Bruce
Um,
Willis.
Sean Bean. Sean Bean.
I mean, Sean
They
Bean
have
does-
to die.
That
he
gives
has to
away your
die.
endings, and you know who wins. All right, so I'm gonna hold you on right there because really this is looking a little vanilla for us. I think what we need is to add something for the kids. What if we had an invisible talking penguin that only Nick Cage can see?
Okay.
Because he needs
So
something
he
to
That's
do.
his. That's his
Nick
Twiggy.
Cage built this time machine. He goes back in time. Side effect: he starts seeing a penguin.
Yeah, I mean that's they're all in between the timelines.
And we're gonna get Benedict Cumberbatch
Benedict
to be the voice actor for the Invisible Penguin.
Cabbage Patch.
Benadryl Cabbage Patch.
Yeah. So however you want to bring it, yeah, Benedict Vanderwack. Completely use his name. He's gonna be the talking penguin,
I'm okay with this.
and he's gonna kind of be like the little devil on his shoulder and be like, "You sure you really want to kill Hitler?" And it's just gonna be this wacky combo of it's gonna kind of turn into like Happy the TV show.
Does he smoke a
Does he-
cigar?
Does who?
The penguin.
Um,
I
Penguin does a
envision-
lot of drugs throughout the whole movie. He's just like he's pretty much high and baked the whole time, and he just does whatever.
All
he
right,
wants.
all
You're
right.
really redeeming yourself with this pitch.
Yeah. I really love the meta of Benedict Cumberbatch having to sit like to be a penguin.
Exactly. I thought you.
It's classy.
Because that's the word he can't say, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't say penguin. I don't know if you gentlemen know that, but Benedict Cumberbatch can't say the word penguin.
I was utterly unaware.
And now you know.
Penguin.
Is that a challenging 2 syllables, or is this due to some childhood phobia that?
I don't know. Apparently, they cast him to narrate a nature documentary about penguins, and they didn't do any research beforehand. And he's talking about penguins. I don't know why.
Penguin.
Morgan Freeman was not available that day. And
All right.
they search for the penguins going down.
Mr. Chris, our host,
Our host,
are you feeling prepared for your
I am.
Your pitch?
I have my plot. I'm gonna draw my character. All right. So keeping on a theme, a deadly assassin suffering from amnesia. So maybe it's a sequel.
Yes.
Accidentally joins a cult on their first day of college. So this is kind of a fish out of water tale.
it's now a prequel. to the
Right.
movie.
It's this person who is a deadly assassin. She was trained by, let's say North Korea, since they're the big bad these days, and she lost all her marbles, and she gets caught up in kind of a pitch perfect group, which actually turns out to be a cult when she goes to college. So she's sucked into this life of worshiping Satan instead of Kim Young Jong through music and dance now. So I'm kind of fearful.
Well, here's the thing. So, really, we're just making this one for late night TV, and honestly, the main thing we need here is we just need this movie to put people to sleep.
Put people to sleep. So it's going to be like super artsy, lots of disjointed cutscenes. Like there'll be a scene of her at the beach in Korea, then there'll be a scene of her like kicking somebody's butt, and then there'll be some like Gregorian chant that she's doing, and then it's going to cut back to college days and maybe some college romp, and then it's going to cut to her basically killing the headmaster for some reason.
Yeah.
It's going to be very artsy.
Okay.
We feel like there should be more Mongolian throat singing.
Oh yeah, it could be. You can make that happen. Totally.
Okay.
I don't have a title though. I'm sad.
Is that Pitch Perfect 4 or something like that?
I don't know. Pitchfork perfect. There you go.
Perfect.
Got there.
The horror version.
I don't know how I'm supposed to call that one. All right, so I picked from my group of plot cards this time. I had to change things up. So let's see what character I get here. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. So
Are you in trouble?
Traveling back in time, Sam Beckett.
We'll figure this one out here. So my character, or characters in this case, is a dysfunctional family on a road trip.
So the three of us.
Yeah. And their plot is goes on a quest for the Holy Grail.
So the three of us.
So this is a modern day take on the National Lampoon movies. Reprising Chevy Chase's role as the senior Griswold is going to be Christopher Walken. And he's piloting the family truckster through the backcountry somewhere when he encounters a wormhole to the past. I'm digging this time travel element here. So him and his whole family go back in time to medieval England and are on a quest to find the Holy Grail of all things after they've been approached by a very mysterious sorcerer played by none other than Jeff Goldblum. So Jeff Goldblum comes to them, gives them this quest for the Holy Grail. Of course, Christopher Walken accepts. What else is he going to do?
Is Jeff Goldblum playing himself though?
He's actually playing Christopher Walken.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would that sound
very,
like?
I really wish that I could do that. I'm not that.
It sounded like it was a setup there that you wanted that to happen.
I was thinking about it.
So it's promising, but
Okay.
I think we need more tornadoes in this movie.
I'm gonna actually see that, and I'm gonna raise you one. It's not just tornadoes; it's sharknadoes.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is actually
I spell money.
Sharknado. Yeah, this is actually Sharknado 69.
Thank you.
Set in ancient England with the Griswolds. Tornadoes are touching down and chasing the family truckster through the English countryside as Christopher Walken is on a mad bloodlust tear through medieval England to try and find the Holy Grail.
What does that sound like?
It sounds like
That was lame,
we'll
Matt.
be following up with you later.
I just keep thinking, hi, my wife and I are looking for sex.
There's a real opportunity here to cast Chevy Chase in the quest for the Holy Grail. Keep it right there. All right, so let's see. We have Korg as Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
We have
You're going to start a revolution.
Nicolas Cage and Benadryl Cumberbund. Wait a second, guys. I lost yours already. But I'm sure you're going to do great in this round.
Mine was
Don't worry about it.
Pitchfork Perfect.
That's right. Pitchfork Perfect. We got to the title there. And then we had Christopher Walken as Chevy Chase in the quest for the Holy Grail.
in Sharknado 69?
Oh, indeed.
With Jeff Goldblum as Christopher
Doing
Walken
Christopher
as a wizard.
Walken throughout the whole thing.
But I really
So-
think it was just the sales ad for the family truckster, because that thing got mentioned that more Star did in that entire pitch.
Have you
Just saying.
seen a more perfect vehicle? I'm just saying.
If we can fit that much product placement into a 90-second pitch, imagine what we can do with a 90-minute movie.
Rake in the money.
And really, that was the only flaw in John Woo's Face Off, was the use of John Travolta instead of Christopher Walken.
Might have saved it.
Okay, so I think though that it's hard to resist the Penguin dissuading the assassination of Hitler. I think that's wow, that really
Wow, that really spoke to you.
it has 100 million plus written all over it. It's going to do huge in the international market. The Chinese are crazy for
Oh, is this a
Invisible
Bollywood
Penguins.
movie?
It could be.
This was not the musical number. All the musical numbers were in fact in the Coolio Taika Waititi.
Thank you.
So that was where, though, that's really going to do well in our
Living in
East
a
Asian
ninja paradise.
market. See, that would have put that one over the top. You didn't work the title song in until too late. So So all right, my score as we stand right now is Josh 1 and Chris 1. Is that am I accurate here?
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
All right, so
You redeemed yourself because that first pitch was terrible.
The first one was terrible. I didn't warm up. Yeah, I get to like Batman level pitch.
the first
Right,
pitch
Matt?
in which we read the cards out more slowly.
Well, I think you kind of need to get in the mindset of things, and you need to get the gears rolling, right? You need to flow a little bit.
All right, so with any luck, everyone's gears are fully rolling at this point. We can do one more round. What do you think?
Yeah,
I'm game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go characters this time.
I
Everyone
feel
hit-
give me the plot.
All right. So
Yeah.
I think you need to work in the on the character cards. There's actually a scene written in. I think we need to start incorporating that.
So we got a woman who can speak to ghosts.
Uh,
She lives in a haunted mansion, of course.
what's her face?
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Thank you.
Sure, let's go with Jennifer Love Hewitt.
She was in a whole show
Treks
about
across
this.
a dangerous desert or desert
Yeah, dessert.
to save their friends.
Dangerous dessert.
No, and what was the scene that this is?
It's a haunted house.
Oh, okay, that was that you were working in it. Okay,
Haunted
I got it. Okay,
All right.
all right.
So we have what did we say, Jennifer
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Love Hewitt, and she's got a band of ghosts. We're gonna use like a bunch of comedians. Get like all the comedians we can. It's just all gonna be super wacky ghosts, and she's got to go through like a magic portal in her haunted house into this desert to go save other ghosts. All her friends are ghosts. She doesn't have any real friends. It's really sad story. It's kind of sad and depressing the whole time. And she might be dealing with suicidal issues throughout the whole movie because she wants to become a ghost of all her friends. So it's a really dark, creepy movie. But you have all these lovable sidekick ghosts that make jokes throughout the whole thing, and you laugh at it. And it's just some really dark humor, kind of like World's Best Dad dark humor going there.
All right, so the problem here we got is that our latest Q ratings have come in, and Jennifer Love Hewitt is not does not have the star power that we're going to need this summer. So I think actually my niece would be perfect for the lead role. She's 8 years old, so go ahead.
Right. So we're switching this up. She's 8-year-old girl, suicide tendency still, really freaking dark movie. But she's got like Chris Rock, John Maloney, and all these other like R-rated actors with her, motivating her and keeping her going, and making really appropriate jokes throughout the whole thing. It's gonna make everyone feel just really awkward watching the movie. Be like, she's an 8-year-old girl, and that was a really dirty joke, and it's gonna give you that feeling throughout the whole thing. It's one of those feel bad movies.
The feel bad movie of the year.
Yeah, the feel bad movie of the year.
Thank God.
You know, the first half actually a TV show from the early 2000s with Jennifer Love Hewitt. I'm just letting you
Yes.
know.
That's why Matt and I looked at each other. She can only
It's
talk
Ghost
to ghosts.
Whisperer.
Can't help
Don't
them
tell
cross
him.
over.
Is that?
I don't know what it's called,
Yeah,
but it's
Ghost
Jennifer Love
Whisperer.
Hewitt talking to ghosts. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Don't ask me
She
how
said-
I know that.
She's like, hey, ghost, how's it going?
That's what I thought.
The Fiesta de Cinco.
All right, Chris, you're up next. What you got?
I am
for us?
up. All right. All right. So let's set our scene. Interior airport security. All right. A TSA agent fighting for justice. Not safety or anything like that, just justice. He gets kidnapped by malevolent sock puppets.
Go.
So I'm kind of feeling like a low budget Muppets movie, and I kind of think that my TSA agent is going to be like Gabriel Iglesias, because I think he needs to be. I think Fluffy needs to come into it, and he can. What's great about having him do it is he can do all the voices and he can do all the sound effects, like, and he can do all that for like the sock puppet. So it's a budget waiting to happen, and he gets attacked by these sock puppets, and they spring out of a suitcase because that's what they do, right? Like he has to do a search and he has to do that bomb swab thing that they do with the oxy pad, that's
So,
supposed to make you
Gabriel
think it's a bomb.
Iglesias and who's the ventriloquist, the comedian?
Jeff
Oh,
Dunham.
it's all
Yeah.
him. He's doing it all. He's doing it all. He's doing like Fluffy, and he's got his little sock puppets, and it's kind of like Paul Blart, but in TSA.
Are the sock puppets on his actual hands and he's talking to himself?
I think if the budget doesn't allow for a couple grips to be able to make that happen, then we're just gonna have to work with what we got. Because I think he could just be like, "Hey, what are you doing over there, man?" Sorry, that's really bad, but and I think
it was worth it to get to that point.
that's why you got to pay for professionals. That's what
While
I'm saying.
you are thinking of the title that's you're gonna pitch this to me with, I do have to let you know that what's hot right now is teen pregnancies. I think we need to work one of those in.
So halfway through the movie, we find out they're not really socks. And what happened is that he ended up these puppets came to life and they actually scared him to death, and it turns out to be a whole dream because his daughter's coming of age and he doesn't know how to talk to her about this whole thing because he's a single dad just trying to make it happen.
Turned it into a dramedy there.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
We may have affected the budget for the grips who are going to have to wear.
Yeah, we might have to buy some magnums or use finger puppets.
Alrighty.
Oh boy. I'm gonna need a character, Anne.
Sure. So your character is that person.
Make sure it's a good one.
It's a good one.
A whole lot of face going on.
Okay.
Okay.
A little too.
Cool. So, setting, international industrial site. Characters, 2 secret agents, deep undercover. Plot, navigate the secret world of modern vampires.
Okay.
Do it.
All right. So, the 2 secret agents that we got here, both Keanu Reeves.
Done.
He plays both characters there. They're twins that became secret agents, and they are going deep undercover into an international industrial women's club.
Double Dragon.
So they are actually posing undercover as male strippers. This is a spiritual sequel to Magic Mike, but unbeknownst to them, when they're trying to investigate the wrongdoings here of the International Industrial Site Business Holdings Incorporated LLC, they find out that the owners of this company are actually vampires. And they find this out because they've only seen them ever at night in the dance club. They stay a little long one day, and they will go outside and into the sun, and they sparkle.
Long in the tooth.
Oh, we got the sparkling vampires here. Is what we're dealing with. This is full on.
We're doing Twilight vampires.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do it.
Is it a spiritual successor just Twilight?
No, just Magic Mike.
Magic Mike. Okay.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with either John Wick nor Twilight. Strictly.
I think it's Magic Blade, but that's a different movie altogether.
So I do know, however, that what your strengths in storytelling are. So sounds good, but can we add some more time travel?
Well, yeah, because what happens is when they oust the modern vampires, in order to not be thwarted within their evil business endeavor here, they fire up the time machine and transport the 2 Keanu Reeveses back to, let's say...
Would you say they yeeted them?
They yeeted them, yes, back to Cro-Magnon days, caveman days.
When vampires ruled the world.
Exactly. So it's vampires ruled the world back then, and they had to use their skills as male exotic dancers to survive in caveman times.
That's where the glitter comes in.
So do we know who we're casting as the primary vampire villain, by the way?
The primary vampire villain here is going to be Peter Dinklage.
All right, I'm behind this.
But in this movie, is he huge?
He's actually about 6'1". They just alter him enough that he's like kind of like average, slightly above average height. It's never addressed ever. Yeah.
Is he have platform shoes on, or do they alter him visually?
The movie's actually got a very extensive CGI budget that we're planning.
Okay.
Yeah,
They stole all of Chris's budget.
Yeah, it's solely though for making Peter Dinklage better. The rest of the effects are practical. They're just throwing glitter at Peter Dinklage to make him sparkle.
You know, you got to make your Dinklage sparkle in order to make things happen.
I mean, I've been saying that for years.
It's important.
Oh my
It's important.
God.
You got to use the camera tricks to make the Dinklage seem a little bigger, and
You
then
do.
the sparkle goes a long way.
And if he's not standing in trees, that helps.
Right, because then it cuts off, the
Stop
bottom
talking.
part of him.
Stop talking.
So you want to put him in like a barren field.
I hate
You
you
do.
so much.
All right, Anne. This glorious journey has led
We're way
us
off
to
track.
your feet here. You're gonna give us the capstone here to get this puppy across the finish line.
Maybe.
I'm interested.
Oh. This is like a story of me. Okay, so we have we're in a busy restaurant. We start off in a busy restaurant.
Busy restaurant.
Introduction. Yeah. So we have a clumsy but lovable waitress, and she robs a bank to get herself out of debt.
Oh.
Right. So our waitress is working real
Actually,
hard.
sounds
She
like a
wants,
perfectly ordinary movie. Okay, go ahead.
Our waitress is living in the big city. She wants to be a movie actress. The calls don't just come in. So in the meantime, she's taking a job as a waitress so that she has an open schedule. Working real hard, racking up a lot of debt though. I mean, it's really expensive living in the big city. So she overhears a couple of people talking about this local bank, and they're in the security business, and they're going back and forth.
Help me picture the scene here. By the way, who's the waitress?
It was Pretty Woman.
Whoopi Goldberg,
That's not.
I was going. for.
Julia Roberts. is
Thank
who
you.
She's going for.
Yeah, Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts is our waitress. Yeah, this is how I'm seeing this.
Yeah.
And we're in a retro diner. Yeah, for the whole scene.
She's
so
serving
the security
milkshakes.
guys. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Neon
On
lights.
roller
All the boys
skates.
are coming.
Of course.
Brings them all in from the yard.
Yard. Yeah.
So-
And she hears the security guys talking about the lame security system at the local bank. So she's got this really great idea. She's in a lot of debt. She figures she's smart enough to bypass this security system. And what people don't know is she is a wizard.
It's a what?
A wizard.
A wizard.
Is that what came out the first time? So I think the other thing that people don't know is that her best friend is actually a mysterious robotic butler.
Ooh.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, his name is Ferguson, because I feel like that's an appropriate name. And so under the cover of night, Ferguson and Julia, it's just circumstantial that it matches. They go into this bank, but there's a security guard there, and they have to distract the security guard. And do you know what she does to
Puts the butler on him.
She decides that the best way is to conjure a dolphin in the middle of the bank.
Does this? So she conjures up. Does this lead into your title here? Was somehow going to work the dolphin conjuring into the?
No, I got nothing. Ferguson and I.
So long and thanks for all the money.
Favorite flapjacks. Yes. I knew I kept you around for something.
Nice.
All right.
That's a tough one, Dan.
So let's see. We've got Chris Rock making inappropriate jokes to my 8-year-old niece. We've got Gabriel Iglesias talking to condom puppets. We've got double Keanu Reeves as strippers trying to combat a glittery vampire 6'1" Peter Dinklage. And we've got Julia.
Baron.
Yep.
In an open field, Ned.
And Julia Roberts conjuring a dolphin with her butler Ferguson in order to in a money-making scheme.
Yeah.
You're right. This is a difficult round.
So many great choices.
Yeah, I think I can't go wrong for my summer blockbuster here. I think, as a matter of fact, what we have is a tie between Matt and Anne in this round. I think, as a matter of fact, what we need to do is come up with some cross promotion so that, in fact, their characters are the plots of these two movies are linked up, so that we release them as a 1-2 punch in back-to-back years, and combine those. So.
So the glitter Dinklage and the dolphin.
Julia Roberts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She's ready for a
Anne
comeback.
Hathaway
She's
plays better now.
primed for a no. So this is going to be the year of Julia Roberts.
I mean, you can
as a
get
matter of
Julia
fact.
Roberts, but you're gonna have to pay for like all the body doubles because she doesn't do any work.
This is why
While
she's
she's
a down on her luck waitress summoning dolphins
For
instead
the
of
dolphin. She creates a
Exactly.
portal to your caveman world. So it's a caveman dolphin.
It's a cave. So is that when the two Keanu Reeveses
Yes.
come in and
In
they
the glitter.
assist? Well, so they're
Well, they were in
government
the middle
agents.
of
Yeah.
a stick race dance with the dolphin.
Right. So they were dancing, and some might say they were dancing with porpoise.
You see her on the lake?
Yeah, that needs to be it. That's it. Yeah,
That's the name of the movie, Dancing with Porpoise.
there you are. Wow.
And on that note,
Yeah, I think you are absolutely right. And on that disappointment, you know, if Patrick's ever out of work and he doesn't want to do puns anymore, I quit because if this is all the internet has to offer, we don't have much to look forward to. Wow.
This has been a tour de force, folks.
It has. So Team Twist trouncing myself, which is no big surprise actually.
I mean, provided you count their scores like as a collaboration.
You know what's great, Dan? I don't have to deal with that. We'll see what the internet says. And anyway, this was a blast, guys. Thanks so much. Where the heck can people find you if they want to find out about you? And I believe you even have a Kickstarter going, as we mentioned last week.
Yeah.
So where can they find out all about your stuff?
Well, if they just look for some purple in the distance, there's a good chance that it's probably us.
It's
but for
you
more
or
conventional,
Barney. It's
yes, exactly. Feel free to follow us on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and chat with us in our Discord channel. We are Twist Gaming on all of those except for Twitter. We're gaming_twist. That's a thing.
A few of them were like that.
I mean,
Look
we're
at
not
Twist
that
Gaming,
hard
you
to
find
find. Look for the purple logo. We're there. But as Chris was saying, we've got a Kickstarter coming up, or it actually will be live already when you guys are watching this on July
15th.
15th. There we go. I know
So we've
the
been
date.
live for a while when you're
Yeah,
watching.
exactly. But if you want a chance to get some awesome promotional items for some of your favorite games, you could put a twist on some of your favorite games, if you will. I mean, we love the puns here. Definitely check out the Kickstarter. That is ks.twistgaming.tv, correct?
Yeah.
And you'll be able to find the link there and help support our show and all of the awesome things that we want to do for it.
Let us know if you are Team Matt, Team Ann, best team, or Team Josh.
wow, that just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Lethal Chicken gonna do something? Why were you pointing at it? I
Because look at it. It's awesome.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
It is. Well, thank you so much, Matthew, and Josh, for being on. This was a blast. I hope you guys had fun.
Thank you, Chris. We had an absolute amazing time. It was a lot of fun playing Pitchstorm. Big shout out to James Hudson and Skybound Games for letting us play the game. And Chris, I think you have giveaway copies too for your audience.
We do. We have we have a couple copies of these, so be sure to leave a comment or use the Twitter hashtag. You can hashtag on Facebook. I won't find it, but because they don't really do that. But check it on the Twitters, the hashes, and the tags. The pound sign for those of you who don't know what that is.
The pound sign, yes.
Yeah, do the pound it for the win. And I think it's going to be Glitter Dinklage is going to have to be the hashtag we're going to use this time. So there you go. So be sure to check it out. Be sure to check out their Kickstarter. They do have some pretty cool promos in there, and I love that you guys do that because it's not just a hey, give us money. It's it's fun, it's unique, it's definitely you guys, and then you kind of have a little piece of the show to take with you. And look for us because I'm sure we're gonna have to do stuff at PAX, and if I can get up to
Definitely.
the other one up at Metatopia.
Or Gen Con. Let's
Yeah.
collaborate. Let's do something cool, and we'd love to hear what your audience would love to see happen.
There you go. So look for it soon. Thanks, Dan, for hosting the game. Thanks again, James Hudson, for sending the game with Skybound, and we will see you next time on Game Time. Awesome.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
That is very good.
I'm enjoying a Guayabara Citra Pale Ale from Cigar City Brewing.